Hey folks, welcome to another day, another unboxing. I've got Infinix Zero 5G here. This is their first 5G phone, 120 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM, Zero 5G now. Now I like the Infinix phones because they're pretty funky looking and they have some nice specs for the money. Now I don't have too many details on this phone at this time, but here are some specs so we can have a look together. 5G network. Got Dimensity 900 chipset from MediaTek, Uniframe, 30x zoom, 120 Hz display, 5000 milliamp hour battery. So yeah, let's check this out together, shall we? I like their phones. I think they're cool. Unfortunately, we don't get them here in the US, but I still get to play with them, which is nice. So here we go. Ooh, there's the phone, Zero 5G. Let's put that aside and have a look at what's under here. There's a divider, so let's lift that up. Ooh, okay. Aha, there's something in here. Okay, let's go digging. Yay! Oh, and there's one of those infinity dollars. That's it, nothing else in here. They often have these 1x gold dollars in their boxes. No documentation. This could be because it's a pre-production press unit. You got a SIM removal tool here, and then a case, a TPU case. So there we go. Nice to have these. They protect your phone to get you going until you're ready for something better. As you can see, this one says 5G. And they don't get too yellow over time, these supply ones. Are nice. Okay, so this phone, I believe, has 33 watt charging, which means you get a charger here. It's European prong, but you get the idea. 33 watt Infinix, and then you get a matching cable with a nice little orange accent, USB type A to USB type C, as you can see here. Again, nothing too crazy here. Now we've got earbuds, which is nice, and they're 3.5 millimeter. Does that mean this phone has 3.5 millimeter jack? Hopefully, yeah. Nice to get earbuds supplied. I'm not going to take these out, but you've all seen earbuds. But they look like they have a metal plug, which is nice. So that's it for the box. Let's have a look at the phone, shall we? All right. So, network, 5G, Dimensity 900, 6 nanometer gaming master processor. Ooh. Uniframe, unicurve design. So, you're going to see in a second, there is, well, some copying going on here, I guess. 30x zoom camera system, Zero 5G. So as soon as I flip it over, you'll see what I'm talking about. Do you see something that's familiar here? All right, let me actually take it out of this case so we can actually see what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. It says, use as specified. This is probably because it's a pre-release device. So let's remove this screen protector here. All right, and then we've got the back. So boom, see what I'm talking about? Does this look familiar? Yes, it's exactly like the Oppo Find X3 Pro last year. This camera bump just kind of flows up and into the edge of the phone. Now, it's not as pronounced as the Oppo Find X3 Pro, and this is some kind of fake leather vinyl, which is really nice. But I don't know if the other one is glass or plastic. I'm going to take off the IMEI sticker in the back here. There we go, we got that off. So you see what I'm saying? Look familiar? Very Oppo Find X3 Pro-ish, and this vinyl fake leather is pretty cool. Now it's a plastic frame, nothing fancy. Infinix has done some phones that had a little fancier, materials. But again, I don't have the pricing yet. I'll put it up here once I do, but it's probably very affordable, So let's talk about what's inside. I just really love the inset Infinix 5G here. I don't know if you see it. But let's turn it on and talk about what's inside. Here's the power lock key, and here we go. So this is an LCD panel. I'm pretty confident. It has a bit of a chin, and there's a fingerprint sensor in the power lock key here. So that tells me that this is not an AMOLED. Now, the previous Infinix phone that I reviewed had an AMOLED display, a pretty nice one. But yeah, it's definitely an LCD. You can see the polarizing filter here on camera. Now, it does look a lot better in person than what you're seeing right here, but it's not spectacular. And there is a bit of a chin. You can see my nail here. There's definitely some chin going on. All right, so let's talk about this display. 6.78 inch full HD, 1080p, 120 hertz, right? So, not too bad. I mean, it's not incredible. You can see there's a bit of a dimming around the front camera module here and a bit of, light leakage from the LEDs on the bottom edge here. But hey, again, this is a pretty affordable phone. So, Moto basically has similar displays on its phones at this price point. All right, so the front camera here is a 16 megapixel fixed focus camera. I don't have any specs on f-stop or pixel size or anything like that, so I'm just warning you. And then if I hit next, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's just, the same stuff as always. There is a Dimensity 900 inside this phone, so that's MediaTek's kind of mid-range chip, and it's pretty decent. It's got 5G, dual 5G, so your dual SIM with dual standby. It was pretty cool. And there's only one RAM and storage configuration, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, UFS 3.1, which is nice. Under the hood, there is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, pretty generous at 33 watt charging. You saw the charger before when I unboxed it. So 33 watt, 5,000 milliamp hour. Now I'm not sure what OS this is running, if it's Android 12 or 11. I don't know, I'll let you know when I find out. This is just an unboxing. I'm not setting this up. I'm not giving you a demo. You'll have to listen to the podcast for that. All right, the cameras. Let's talk about them because, there's a bunch of LED flashes back here and it says AI. So again, I don't have a lot of specs. I know that the main sensor is a 48 megapixel sensor, that there is a 2x 13 megapixel telephoto, and there's some sort of 2 megapixel assist camera, maybe a macro or depth sensor. Again, a sticker cam, not too sure, but it's cosmetically very appealing, this setup, right? Like they've done a good job. I don't think this says OIS, unlike the previous Infinix Zero that I reviewed that did have OIS and had a periscope telephoto, which was cool. So this, I think, is going to be more affordable than the previous model that I reviewed, which, by the way, was a 4G phone. This is 5G. And, I don't expect the cameras to be spectacular, but I don't have f-stops. I don't have pixel sizes, unfortunately. If I get any of this info, I'll put it down in the description below. All right. So it comes in multiple colors. You get this cool fake leather orange, and then there's a black and a blue, which I believe are either plastic or fake glass or something like that. And yeah, that's it. Let me walk you through the edges real quick. So on the right side, you get the volume rocker, the power lock key with an embedded fingerprint sensor capacitive. Then on the bottom, you have a speaker here. You have a USB Type-C port, a primary microphone, and a headphone jack. So yeah, there is a headphone jack, which means that, explains the buds earlier. Then here on the left-hand side, you get nothing until you get to the SIM tray. Now, I'm not sure this has micro SD expansion, but I'll let you know. And then you have a secondary mic on top. So that's basically the layout for this phone. And there you go, the Infinix Zero 5G. Is this a phone that's got you excited? Let me know in the comments below. If you're in a market where they sell the Infinix phones, like Africa and some parts of Europe and the Middle East and Russia and stuff, let me know. I'd be curious. Do you think it's a good deal? And yeah, what do you think about this Find X3 Pro copy job? I'd be also curious to know if you like that or not. And yeah, finally, remember to listen to my podcast. If you want a review of this phone, it's going to be on the podcast, mobiletechpodcast.com. We're on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Spotify, everywhere good podcasts can be found. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and of course, you know how YouTube works. So like this video, click the little notification bell below, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, comment below, you know the drill. There's also a Patreon, folks, patreon.com/tankerl. That's patreon.com/TNKGRL. If you want to see some exclusive content like video versions of the podcast ahead of time, that's the place to go. There's also a Discord server you can join. Anyway, check me out on Patreon. That's it, folks. I'll have more content soon. Until then, cheers, everybody.